My name is Lucas. I'm front of house engineer for many German bands, including Swiss and the anderen. And today I just want to show you my setup and how I do things. Hope you enjoy. So, this is my setup. Let me run through the whole thing. So obviously we have the SQ5 here on front of house duty. And I have a PC connected to that with Smaart running right now. On this side I have my talkback, obviously, a little broken. And then we have the rack. And in the rack we have the AR2412 stage box and the AB168 stage box, both linked by the expander port, so they are in line. And of course they're connected by the D-Snake port to the front of house console. Now, the inputs pretty much start over here. In this setup we have 4 stage boxes, A, B, C1 and C2. And C1 and 2 are linked together. So we go in with our multi-pin cable, go out into the other box. So they have the same channels pretty much, but we can put them in 2 different locations. Now, how does this work? Let me show you. Okay, so we have the C1, for example now. We have a multi-pin input and we have the cable. There is a little pin on the top. I don't know if you can see it. There is a little pin up there and there's a little groove in here. And they just have to go together. So you have to make sure that the groove is on top. And then you twist this until it locks. Now it's connected. Now, on the other side, we have obviously the other side of the cable, also with the pin up here. And there's these 3 receptors. And we just plug that into here, and again twist until it makes the noise. There we go. This is connected now. Okay, now from this connection, remember we have our stage box that goes into there. This box connects to this one, and there's outputs with 8 channels on them. It looks like this pretty much. There's a number on there and you can patch it into your stage box. So you can keep all the stage box patches at all times. You don't have to do that every gig. There you go, there's the last 4. So you just have to reconnect these multi-pin and then bring it up to the stage box. And we usually do risers that are rolled on stage, so that means we can prepare everything on the risers, have every microphone cable plugged in, and then we just have to connect these cables. So now we've patched our stage box inputs. We put the multiple cables into the main stage box, and we have the connections to our stage boxes of Allen Heath. So now I'm plugged into vocal bass. If I talk into this, yo, vocal bass is coming up. Yes, 1, 2. And, yes, 1, 2, 1, 2. Vocal bass, vocal bass, vocal bass. There we go. And that's pretty much the patching on stage that's happening. So I get all the inputs and can start working right away. Cool. All right, quick look into the back of the rack. Over here we have our Blackline Audio PG1 Type F power distributor. Just filters the power and makes sure nothing is wrong. Has an extra fuse over here. And then we go down, we have our in-ear transmitters and an antenna combiner and storage. That's pretty much the back. We usually have another 4 to 6 wireless microphones, but they're not here now. Let's take a look at the back of the SQ then. Here we go. So the back of the SQ. Start over on this side. This is obviously the Cat5 cable going straight to the stage box. Then here we have our little speaker we use as communication between monitors and stage. Down here there's a USB cable connected to my laptop. And over here we have our talkback input and the measurement microphone input, which is right on here. Let's check the patch out. Okay, here we go with the patch. Now we go to I/O, inputs, local. Let's start over there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's talk back in, goes into the 13 as we saw at the back, and the measurement microphone goes into the 14 as well as we saw in the back. And I've got some more inputs, some stereo inputs, which I'm not using at the moment because I'm connected to my laptop digitally. So the inputs from the stage box are fairly straightforward, just a one-to-one patch with a little gibbery at the end, but that's not too bad. That's pretty much it there. So you have no inputs on the second stage box over 8. So again, my inputs from USB, I have 4 inputs, the tracks and the USB itself, which is 1, 2 and 3, 4, which is also patched out from my laptop, which we'll get into in a second. And as soon as we have a monitor console, we use tie lines to send them on our I/O port out. Straight up 1 to 1 to our monitor console, so that the person who's operating that gets all the inputs from me, and we do it that way around because I have all my gains set in the console and we didn't have much time to rehearse and we just didn't want to have any hiccups, and we only had 20 minutes of changeover for the last 15 concerts or so, which is not a lot of time, especially if you have like a full band to do. So anyway, okay, now let's talk about outputs. So we've selected outputs and mix out, and that obviously goes to S-Link. I've got my output patch here. I use matrices, PA left right sub and near fill left right. That's just an ordinary prepared setup. Depends on what they have. Usually these days there's just left right, and I use the AES digital output on the console in front of house. And now let's see. I'm also using my laptop with Smaart 8. So we have to patch that out, which I usually use direct outs for. So here we go. We have, there it is. Our measurement microphone channel goes out to USB 28 and 31. Okay, now here's Smaart, and it's already working. But let me just show you how I do this. Config, IO config. And there we go. There's the in-out. And here we go. I chose the ASIO SQ ASIO driver. And then on the 2 channels that I selected, 31 in measurement mic and 32 in the mix. So I have both signals coming in, and they are over here. Blue is the mix and green is the measurement mic. So if we bring some white noise in here, you'll see. There we go, and that's how I do the measurement in the SQ, using it as a USB audio interface. And the other program I use with the SQ is Waves Tracks Live, which is just a recording and playback program. It's free to download. And when you go into the preferences, you can also choose your audio input, which is going to be the SQ audio driver. And here we go, we have 32 channels. That's how much you can do via USB. I have them all turned on. And I have switched on channel 3 and 4 as output just to monitor. And here we go. We have all the 30 channels that I'm using. We can look at them. And if I press the global record button, you see up here in all the channels, you have a little green line that indicates there's something going on that channel. So yeah, then you press record and that's it. So yeah, I hope you liked my walkthrough, and yeah, if there's any questions, please put them down in the comments, and thank you. Have a great day.